The term Zionist increasingly being tossed around as a pejorative, in spite of the fact that it simply means believing in the right of Jewish people, like all people, to determine their own future?
Yeah, that's not accurate. I will explain that later in the video. Let's just continue.
No one in Canada should ever be afraid to call themselves a Zionist. I am a Zionist.
Did Trudeau just say that he is anti-Semitic? So hear me out. This is your favorite half Chinese. Please like, share, follow, and also follow my YouTube so I can liberate you. So he is saying that he is a Zionist. So we first need to examine what is Zionism, right? So Zionism is an ethno-cultural nationalist movement that emerged in Europe in the late 19th century that aimed to establish a national home for the Jewish people, pursued through the colonization of Palestine. And this is where I say that's very anti-Semitic. And why? The reason is because in Palestine, there originally are living Semites. So if you are going to colonize a land of the Semites, then you're pretty much anti-Semitic in my view. Pushing people out of their home is very anti those kind of people. It doesn't matter what kind of people, but in this case it is Semites, so that is very anti-Semitic. Are you catching my drift? If you do, then click the like. And that is why I say, oh, if you are saying that you are a Zionist, you by default are anti-Semitic. Because these people are not Semites, they are Europeans. It's an ideology coming from Europe, and everybody knows originally Europe are Europeans and Semites are coming from that part in Palestine and Israel and those parts of the world. They do not come from Europe. So this is the problem that there is. And there's also another thing, is that what I have been told and have been researching about the faith of Judaism is that it is also illegal or against their doctrine to have their own state. So let's listen to this rabbi.
It is not the difference of religions which is causing this conflict. The state of Israel does not represent all Jews and certainly does not represent the Jewish religion. According to Jewish religion, all of this is criminal. All of this is forbidden. Basics of Jewish belief teaches that Jews are in a divinely decreed exile. We are even forbidden to create a sovereignty for ourselves. But especially when this is by killing, stealing, oppressing an entire people. This is not only criminal according to international law. This is a true violation of Judaism.
So that is exactly what I meant by it. And by no means that I'm trying to offend anybody. I'm just trying to reason in a normal adult way. And I know it is quite sensitive to a lot of people. I hope I didn't hurt people their feelings. By the way, I have nothing against Jewish people or Judaism as a whole or any other religion. It is just my observation and also what I've seen a rabbi say. And I've also read some of those verses which are actually sustaining what I was saying. So don't be mad at me. It's quite obvious that it looks like what Zionism is goes against Judaism. So why is Trudeau saying that he is a Zionist? Just, I'm completely baffled by this. Completely baffled. Anyway, let me know what you all think of this in the comment section, but I want you to keep it really respectful. I don't want no hate comments, nothing, none of that. We are adults. We are civilized people. We are not colonizers, you know, or barbarians of that kind. Please keep it civilized. Honestly, thank you. This was your favorite half Chinese, and as always, have a great day. Don't forget to like and share.